losing games. Every time they go into a game, they are not sure. In the first 15 minutes of that game, Liverpool were actually playing dead and scored that first goal. But he replied them with showing them six that he has won. He has been in England and he has won 6 Premier League titles, which is a good achievement for him. So it was like a banter between both of them, the fans and Pep Guardiola. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin, and I'm here with the A team to talk about what happened in the weekend. A whole lot of matches. Arsenal scored 5 to win West Ham. Games: Liverpool won, Chelsea won. Manchester United Amorim with his team trashed Everton. So we are going to talk about all that on the show. Good morning, Nonso. How are you?
Good morning, Godwin. Good morning. The way you said it, 5, like with all the energy, everybody will banter West. Like you see,
it's not even bantering.
I don't know why I'm wearing this jersey right now, but it's fine.
Okay. You left West Ham jersey, you went to Wolves, you left it, went to Mata, and all of them lost. It's fine.
Sports. We are live now on YouTube at Vote FN Sports. You can join us, drop your comments. I will be reading your comments live here. The result for the weekend game on Saturday is Brighton. Look, on Friday is Brighton 1, Southampton 1. That game was on Friday. On Saturday is Wolves 2, Bournemouth 4. Bournemouth are back with their groove again. They won that game away to Wolves 4 goals to 2. Newcastle 1, Crystal Palace 1. Crystal Palace at home though. Crystal Palace 1, Newcastle 1. Nottingham Forest 1, Ipswich Town 0. Brentford 4, Leicester City 1. Van Nistelrooy was in the stand to watch his team lose 4 goals to 1 against Brentford. So he's going to start taking off. They have a game this weekend, Tuesday and Wednesday. It's still the Premier League, so he's going to be taking his charge with Leicester in the Premier League. Then the final game on Saturday is West Ham 2, Arsenal 5. On Sunday is Chelsea 3, Aston Villa 0. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Fulham 1, Manchester United 4, Everton 0, and Liverpool winning 2-0 against Manchester City. Okay, let's start with the Saturday game. Should we talk about? Let's talk about the Wolves Bournemouth, because that game was a 6-goal thriller. You know, this Premier League this weekend gave us a whole lot of goals everywhere. They won again. Bournemouth won again. I think Bournemouth is going to qualify for somewhere around, even if it's conference league.
Leave that talk.
It's possible.
Leave that talk. Their trophies, they don't win their trophy already. When they beat Man City, beat Arsenal, waiting again they won't carry for this Premier League. The top 6 is not for teams like this. Though they're doing well, I'm not going to take away the credit for them. Their performance so far this season. They don't try. I know, like they don't try. They are putting up the performance to show if they can compete in the Continentals. It's one thing to challenge for a place in the Continentals. It's one thing to qualify for the Continentals and stay there. Ask Newcastle, ask Tottenham, ask Leicester City, ask Aston Villa. These people went, and even the Leicester City owners, they also out of Leicester City, they went there as the champions of England to the Champions League, and they didn't make it to the finals. They didn't make it to the semi-finals, even the quarterfinals. They lost in the round of 16 against Atletico Madrid also. Now Aston Villa, the same thing. Their form in the Premier League has dropped. Right, they are rocking high in the Champions League. Newcastle, the same thing. Last 2 seasons when they went to the Champions League, it's not going to be easy to manage these 5 competitions. If you're playing from England, you're playing 5. Is it 4 competitions? The Carabao Cup, the Premier League, the Champions League, and the FA Cup. It's not easy to manage the 4 competitions. So playing to qualify for the Continentals is one thing. Then qualifying for the Continentals and staying there and still playing in the league to qualify for the next season is another thing, because definitely you see that these teams might qualify, but they might not go there and win it. And not if they are off the top 6 ranking in the league. No Continentals for them the next year. So it's a good game for them. I'm not going to take away the credit for all the side. Evanison, welcome to the side. He's scoring his goals, he's getting on the assist, he's making headway for himself, and I think his club record signing after Solanke left. Now he's a good signing. Their team is just spot on right now.
Okay, that game ended 4 goals to 2 in favor of Wolves. Let's go over to another big game. Let's talk about it because Van Nistelrooy is there. He watched his team lose 4-0, 4-1 against Brentford. Now he has a whole lot of work to do, especially the next game on the midweek, Tuesday and Wednesday is the Premier League again. But look at this game. What do you think that Leicester got wrong? You know, Jeta had an opportunity to impress. He didn't impress anything, but Van Nistelrooy has a whole lot of work to do to make sure that this particular team that they qualify, they actually finish well on the table.
Okay, right.
Look, well, it's one thing. this is the case of no be who first score police the win case. You scored the first goal, you didn't manage the game off. That was what I saw in that game. They scored the first goal, went into that game, scored that goal, and they did not manage that game, and that was the end of it for me.
For me, it's a demerit to the team the way the defense has played. How do you let fall in that kind of a game? He played this time around with a 3-4-3. I don't think it worked out for him because those back three. How do you pair Caleb Okoli, Connor Cody, and then Wild Face in the back three, and then you play two midfielders in the wing back positions? They are not supposed to even fall back into the defense. So I feel like the setup for that game was off. And then the midfield coordination, it started Jordan Ayew and Bonanote. Bonanote got a goal in that game, the only goal for Leicester City. He started with two DMs in that position and then put Bonanote and Ayew up forward, and they didn't convert for me.
Okay, let's talk about the big game on Saturday. Is West Ham and Arsenal. That game was trashing. Arsenal scored 4. I don't know what happened there, but Arsenal was just attacking and scoring, and Saka and Odegaard are one of the best players in the Premier League. If you look at that game, Arsenal scored 4 goals in about 14 minutes, and somehow West Ham started fighting back and scored 2. And everybody was thinking, okay, maybe there's a comeback somewhere. But Arsenal scored another goal to finish off that half, scoring 5.
4 goals in 36 minutes, yes. And the 5th goal came.
Rub it in.
Yeah,
rub it in.
It's just what it is,
You are rubbing salt on injury.
You have your turn in a few minutes time to do so.
But all this, see, me, I'm just going to say this. So, I'm not going to fault any of the team players that started that game. It's enough discrediting the top players or the top guys that scored that goal. I just felt like in this game they could have seen a better midfield pairing. They could have seen a better midfield pairing. Sunchek and Paqueta was not too defensive. It was all attack, and you needed a defensive midfielder in that game. Edson Alvarez should have been there, but he's not there. He's not in the starting lineup. Fine. Sola is starting ahead of Paqueta in attacking role. I said this guy is an attacking midfielder that doesn't create anything. All his time in this La Liga, in the whole season, an attacking midfielder in the whole season has only 2 goals and 2 assists as an attacking midfielder. In the Premier League, you have that numbers. You're a defender. You're a center half for me. If it's an attacking midfielder even because I was looking at the record last night after the game, and I saw that John Terry as a defender had more goals than Xavi and Iniesta in the La Liga. So if John Terry as a defender has more goals than Xavi in the La Liga and Iniesta in the La Liga, it means John Terry is more of an attacking player than Iniesta. But I'm still looking at this as, is this how the La Liga works? Where these attacking midfielders drop deep to create chances and they don't get on the goals. In the Premier League, the attacking midfielder gets on the goals and the assist, and Sola for me is not that player. He didn't create any noise. Paqueta was even the one running back and forth, and we were expecting a set piece where Sunchek would have scored a goal or 2, but he did not because Arsenal were good defensively.
Okay, let's talk about Arsenal. Arsenal they are somehow now. They are now mounting this title challenge, even though they are 9 points behind Liverpool. Do you think that they can fight their way through this and probably challenge Liverpool because City are not performing?
The race is still wide open. I wouldn't count City out. I wouldn't count any other team in the top 4 out. It's still wide open. Arsenal are right now beginning to enter the peak of their powers because they have the key elements back. We still know there's going to be a fall off in April. We still know that Liverpool are going to lose at a certain point in the next year. So it's still wide open and everybody should just, focus on yourself and work on getting better with each game you play. Simple.
Okay, if you look at that game, generally now, Arsenal scoring 5 in that game and they won that game 5 goals to 2. I know Nonso is not happy, but it is what it is. It should rest. Arsenal winning that game comfortably. Now Arsenal is moving. They are second on the table. They have the same point with Chelsea.
He likes to say that they are the biggest team in
We are the biggest team in London now.
They are the biggest team in
We are
London.
the biggest team in London.
You lost to the biggest team in London.
We didn't lose to the biggest team in
Yes,
London. If you want to crown Kings of London, is the team that has the most Premier League and Champions League. So, but I know we know the for that commission. But in terms of tickets sold,
so imagine.
In terms of tickets sold, we sell more tickets than Chelsea and Arsenal combined. It's just my case. That's why we are the biggest team.
A 40,000 seater stadium, right?
You sell more tickets. Even if you sell out, it's the numbers of tickets that you sell that we marked. And for me,
How
last
many
season,
people enter inside the stadium?
and last season we sold the highest number of tickets compared to Chelsea and Arsenal combined.
That game ended 5 goals to 2 in favor of Arsenal. Arsenal scoring 5 in the second half. In the first half of that game, in the second half, they managed the game, had a couple of chances. I think West Ham had one missed a chance.
Danny
missed a chance in the final minute of that game to probably make it 5-3. But that game ended 5-2. Okay, let's move over to Sunday games. Sunday games are the big boys played on Sunday. Arsenal is a big boy though, a big team though, but other big boys played on Sunday. And let's start with the Spurs game. Spurs are the team that Tottenham also are a team that they are funny. They are going to beat Manchester City 1 week, and next week they lose to Ipswich. Next week they draw to Fulham.
God, they don't do that.
They are
inconsistent.
The inconsistent is too much, and this game ended 1-1.
Yeah, that's why they call them Butler's FC now. That's the thing. The
thing is, they've not even gone close to a trophy yet. So before you say bottle, the only time they went close to the bottle before they bottled it was Jose Mourinho getting them into the knockout stage, into the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup, and they sacked him. Nane Levy, I think his leadership was after him in that period, and they had to let Mourinho go because everybody was certain that if Mourinho gets to that final,
you win it.
Yeah. You get.
But I think it's personal beef because you don't want Mourinho to be the guy to break that jinx because maybe working relationship, the value.
Then the person that was supposed to break it went to the Champions League and left after 1 year. Pochettino. So this game now for Angie, he has a lot of work on his hand. I keep saying it's Udogie, a good defender, good wing back, Pedro Porro, good wing back. Then Van Hecken. These players are not available. Some of the players he needs in that squad now are not available, all thanks to injury. But in a game against Fulham, you could have at least gone the whole match and put up the performance, especially when they got the red card in the 83.
Yeah, they had an opportunity after that red card.
After the red card, you still have about 7 minutes of normal time, then extra 5 minutes of added time to get a goal, and yet you were just passing the ball around, not really creating enough noise in the opposition's half.
Okay, that game ended 1-1. Okay, let's move over to the other boys that played on Sunday. Let's start with Chelsea. Chelsea winning that game comfortably by 3-0. If you look at that game, Chelsea and Maresca are building very well. Palmer scored. Jaskin is skills after that problem with Mikel, or that talk with Mikel. He has been scoring goals. He has been doing well for Chelsea. He scored the first goal. Then Enzo Fernandez scored the second goal. Then Palmer scored a world-class goal to make that game, finish that game 3-0 for Chelsea.
2 goals for Palmer, 1 assist, fantastic one. 1 goal for Palmer, 1 assist, fantastic one. And Fernandez also scoring getting on the score sheet is another one that's, pretty fantastic. But if you look at the game, you see that Chelsea just possessed everything. They had the most of the ball. They had the most of shots on target. They had the most attacking. I think Aston Villa were overawed by Chelsea's attacking prowess, and they couldn't respond or couldn't even do anything in response. So Chelsea played better game. They had better composure. If you look at it, the way they set up a midfield, we had this conversation. It's going to be Enzo Lavia or Enzo Caicedo.
Started
that partnership
practically at the right back.
Yeah, but that partnership in the midfield
determines how they go forward.
Yes.
You get in midfield, you want to dominate the possession. You're not defending. If you're not defending, you're playing a Lavia who is defensively good, and also he has ball control and can read the game and perhaps send forward passes. He's creative in that regard. So if you're defending, you have a Caicedo who is defensively good. Going forward, he's not really up there like that, and he doesn't have that creative force. So I think in this game, going against Aston Villa that had, let's say, Aston Villa that has injury crisis in midfield, you're playing against them. You need to dominate the ball. You need to go forward a bit. You need to create more chances. And I think this is the right game to do it. You play Ravia in the middle, and all thanks to players being injured, you needed somebody to play in the right back position. Caicedo is one of those players that could play anywhere in the defense area and in the CM, the defensive midfield position. So expecting him off the right back position gives him that opening to do better.
Okay, but if you look at I think Palmer is their star boy and Maresca is building. If you look at the way they are on the tape, they are third. They have the same points with Arsenal. They have scored the same goal with Arsenal. In fact, they are both identical twins. the same goal scored, the same goal conceded. The only reason Arsenal is second now is Arsenal has A. It's alphabetical order. Arsenal is A and they are C, but everything, the goal scored, the goal conceded with Chelsea, both Chelsea and Arsenal are on the same level when you come to that. But if you look at Maresca, do you think that Maresca can naturally, before this game, he kept saying that I am not here to challenge the league for the league. Do you think that based on what he has performed and both the way they have performed throughout this season, they should be actually targeting that Premier League? They are third.
They should be targeting Premier League.
Yeah, they are third.
I think it's too early to say that. Because the fundamental for Chelsea right now is finishing in the top 4.
It's finishing in the top 6.
It's finishing in the top 4. Any other team is binary. If you are able to come 9 points behind the champions by the end of the season, it's still a fantastic season, but you finish in the top 4, you guarantee Champions League for next season rather than backwater leagues of conference leagues that they are playing right now. And then you can now go and solve the problem in defense and in attack in the summer. So any other thing other than that, I know we're still going to get delusional Chelsea fans that will call in and say we are winning the title this year and stuff like that, but it's fine. Everybody can be hopeful till we get to the last month of the Premier League, and everybody will accept their fate.
Until you get to February. By the second week of February, you now accept your fate that this is probably where this is around where we might finish. Yeah, this is around where we finish. But in Maresca's case now, he's done a good job so far.
Yeah.
Coming into the Premier League, first 15 games, you're in the top 3. You get for 9 points behind league leaders and playing good football. This is what Chelsea fans always ask. And this is what I always see with Chelsea fans. New manager, new system. First season, fantastic. Second season, decline. Third season, but if Maresca could break that jinx and become and improve on the performance of this season, then fine. But we're still talking about this season. Every game we're seeing improvement. Every game we're seeing tactical improvement, players improvement. It's not about we're talking about the injuries. Players took some at a couple of weeks ago. The players are injured, but now you can see that even with those players being injured, there are players on the bench that could replace them. We are complaining that Chelsea has about 50 lists. The board Todd Bowley is having a clash with his tactical. Yes. Now that the coach is winning matches, nobody's talking about all those negativity happening around the club again. Everybody's just seeing the positive side.
That become like a strength for them in some sense, because the players who play in the Premier League don't bother playing in the conference league and all the other cup competitions. So it's good, a nice way for them to turn it around as a strength.
Okay, that game ended 3. Excuse me. That game ended 3-0 in favor of Chelsea. Chelsea are building where Maresca is building for that team. Let's hope that probably, maybe they will challenge for that Premier League, because they are at the same point with Arsenal. They are third on the table. Okay, let's talk about the big one. The big boy is Amorim. Got his first win in the Premier League. He trashed Everton 4-0. If you look at that game, they played where they passed. Where they pressed well. My guy Ahmad from that wing back was massive. He got 2 assists. Fernandes got 2 assists. Zeski scored 2 goals and Rashford scored 2 goals. Højlund did not play at all. This man has enough on his hand to manage, because before when we are previewing on Saturday we are asking who starts.
Yes.
He started with Rashford as a striker in the first game.
As I said,
Højlund scored in the midweek and Europa League. He started Højlund. Now he started with Zeski. But if you look at that formation a little bit, it was Rashford and Zeski up front, and that formation, it worked out for them. But remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sport. And Asha, I can see you. Welcome to the stage. Okay, you say you subscribe. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. And okay, Ude Chidozie is welcome to the show. He say Man U Spider-Man done they score 2 goals for West Ham.
2 goals. He scored against Newcastle last weekend. He scored against Arsenal.
Spider-Man is
they said Wan-Bissaka now. They say he's not good at offensively. Going forward, he's not a good strike. He's not a good player, and he has 2 goals in 2 matches.
You won't let Man U fans here.
No, the thing is, if you want to criticize somebody, at least give him the credit of the work he has done. Don't say because he's not quality.
I think he scored a good goal
against Arsenal of all teams.
So okay, let's stay with the Manchester United team. What do you make of Amorim's team? Do you think that they are not? If you look at the top 4, I think they are just 4 points for them to get top 4. But if you look at the way they play, what we are talking about, even after the press conference, he said don't be carried away with the result. It's the way they play.
Manage the expectations of the fans, manage the expectations of the media, and keep everybody in check. Don't let them come and make you the hero now, and then somewhere
And they will
somewhere
sing
later
your
in the season.
like when they are
You
singing
know,
my guy in the other side of Manchester. They sang that song in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I think against Tottenham, they sang that song. I felt he was getting sacked in the morning. Now Liverpool fans chanting the same thing. You're getting, like I said, after the whole scenario of losing games against Tottenham, losing against them, playing a draw against Feyenoord, I was feeling like he could have been fueled with the anger, or perhaps of tactical anger. And
We are not yet there.
but
Let's
no,
calm down.
I'm just saying, this man, they want to hype him.
That's
Then
the thing. That's the thing.
take him that high, then when he falls, they will be the one to sing those same songs for him. And I think it's not going to be proper. So I like the way he answers questions in the press conference. When you ask him, are you there yet? Are you with? He says, I'm still trying to get to know my players. The same thing is, I'm still trying to get to know my players. He's all hands on deck in training. He joins the training session. You see him when they are beating a player, this run, welcome back to the training camp. And he joins the player. They're having fun in training camp. And there's this discussion, as it is an open, like, he runs an open door policy in Manchester. And when you see a performance on the pitch, you could agree to what McCarthy said the other day. He said these players are top notch on training, but in game day they are different. Garnacho can dribble past Dalot in training, dribble past Wan-Bissaka in training, but in the match day he can't dribble past the opponent's defenders, which means there's something that's not going right for them in training. I think that's what this man has observed, and in training he's letting the the atmosphere, a family atmosphere. But when it comes to match day, it's serious business. Everybody are running on their toes. That is what the man wants to play, high intensity football, and Man United are beginning to give that high intensity football that we all expect.
Let's talk about Ahmad. Ahmad is a boy that everybody is expecting to be a star, even though that we don't expect him to be a wing back, but it looks like he's going to make that position his very own, because he played well, he pressed well. I think he got 2 assists in this game, which is very fantastic from him. He has been playing well. Everybody was on social media after that game. Everybody was like, Ten Hag, we need to fire Ten Hag again for not giving this boy. Bring him back and fire him again for not giving this boy enough shot. What do you make of this young boy? I think he's going to be the star for the future.
For me, I've always said it that when you look at Manchester United, when they were playing the 4-2-3-1 formation, that guys like Ahmad and Garnacho should be starting. Because if you are going to give me an Anthony that is going to start up there, that is going to spin and look fly for the camera and not perform, it's better you put him in the under 23 and put somebody that is ready to work. And you can see that these two boys are hungry and they've been performing, even though there was a conversation we're having on this show that somebody came and had a good performance, scored a goal. The following day, Ten Hag put him on the bench.
Man of the match performance. After a month, was given Man of the Month, Player of the Month award for the Premier League, and the Man United was nominated for Player of the Month for Premier League and was given an award for Man United Player of the Month. And the next month, you didn't see him play a single match.
Was on the bench.
The bench for the next month. And you ask yourself, if this person is supposed to build on, or is supposed to fuel himself on the performance of last month and increase his performance level, and that's Ahmad for you. This new coach has come in. He played, I think the first match he played off the bench, where there was a Mazraoui playing that position, and Dalot and Luke Shaw coming in, Malaysia and all of that. Played against Ipswich now. He didn't start, but when he came in, he did good. The next match he started against Bordeaux in the midweek. Yeah. Did fantastic. Now against Everton, he got at least the most tackles, the most chances created. I think the second most chances created in that game was Bruno Fernandes, but the most chances created for Ahmad. You get most tackles. Like defensively, he's there. Offensively, he's
there.
Why
I even like him is that he even two of the goals they scored in that game. Actually,
he was one that had assists, 2 assists. Yes.
Actually, he won those tackles.
He won the tackles. He created the chances. Like I said, most chances created was him on that game. The most tackles won was him. And the defenders didn't. You ask yourself, this guy is winning tackles, is winning interceptions. What's wrong with the defenders? Are they not doing their job? But you see that it's the energy for him to run back and forth, run forward, come back and defend for the team, and go forward again and help create a chance. That's what they call a workhorse, and a smart workhorse at that. He should be playing in the number 10 role, but Ten Hag chose to play Mazraoui in the number 10 role. I don't know why that is, but this guy can play in any way, in any position in the front 4, and he's a good player at that.
So Amorim to qualify for top 4.
Calm down. Calm down.
Come on.
Calm down. There's Nottingham Forest. There's Brighton, who is above Man City now on goal difference. The same points, goal difference. They are 4th on the table. There's Nottingham Forest, who is competing for that position. There's
still wide open.
Yes, there's inconsistent, uninformed Tottenham Hotspur
Their next game. Do you know who their next game is going to be? They are playing Arsenal
Manchester
on
United
Wednesday.
against Arsenal
On Wednesday at the Emirates, so it's going to be a huge task for Amorim to if this thing is doing his work. If they beat Arsenal, Manchester United fans will be everywhere. They will be everywhere. Like they will say, bring them Ten Hag again and sack him again. Because
the painful part is this December is going to be tough for him because in this same Christmas he plays against Man City.
But it's not going to be tough. Man City is not really down in form again.
It doesn't mean one thing by then Man City are back to form and they want to they want to avenge their sporting loss.
Let them focus on the next game against Arsenal on Wednesday, which we are going to be previewing on this show on Wednesday morning. Okay, let's move over to the big one. The biggest one of the weekend is Liverpool and Manchester City. That game ended 2 goals for Liverpool. They won that game 2-0. In the first half, Gap was scored in the first half. Then Salah scoring in a penalty in the second half to give them a comfortable win, 2-0. Before that, let's move over to our YouTube and maybe read some of the comments before we talk about that Liverpool game. Emmanuel is saying, good morning guys, you can't compare Wan-Bissaka and Mazraoui. I just feel Manchester United have gotten the memo. If you do anyhow, you will be sold anyhow. Nobody is begging anybody to play now. Rashford don't get sense. Oh, okay.
By February, we know that sense day.
Okay, Emmanuel is also saying, I think Manchester United are still doing their acting stuff. Can they keep up this form for 3 seasons in a row? Or are they playing well to avoid the transfer window?
Everyone is fighting for their Alawino.
Okay, Samuel Johnson, welcome to the show. He's saying, bro, Ahmad started against Ipswich. He was the one who assisted Rashford goal. Ahmad is super good, and like we all know, Eric Ten Hag just had favorites in the team. Okay. Now talking about
no doubt about that.
Everybody has his own favorite. I was look at that game. If you don't blame me, if you buy an Anthony for 70 million pounds, you have to make him work.
But the guy is not working now.
You have to still make
put
him
him
work.
on the bench.
You forget say Enzo come in bench Enzo.
Okay,
Enzo come in bench Enzo. They play Casedo and Lavia for midfield and Kopama for
and they were formidable.
And they were still formidable. So it's not about that's one of the most expensive players Chelsea has brought in recent years.
But
so
when
Enzo
was not fired, put him on the bench, take him out of the firing line
for three matches also.
Because for each match that guy plays and he's not firing, the fans are on his neck, the media on his neck. So what little confidence he has is going down. So keep him on the bench.
Keep him on the bench, and like what he said, what Ten Hag said about Casemiro, I think in the other game against Liverpool, he said he took him out to prevent.
Let me tell you,
to protect him. You take out this player and put him on the bench to protect him as well.
Let me tell you something. If Amorim goes out to buy a player for 90 million, you see that player, even if it costs him a job, he will perform at least for the next 1 or 2 years. That's how all coaches do.
Let me ask you a question. Where is Jack Grealish now?
Calvin Phillips was
Where is Jack? Wait, no, at least let's talk about the club record signing at some point. Where is Jack Grealish?
Now, okay, look at that when you bought him.
When he brought him newly, he played 4-5 matches, played 10 matches. He wasn't performing. He wasn't giving what he wanted. He dropped him on the bench.
That game, Grealish played. You know that year they bought him, they won the Champions League.
Of course.
That year they bought
How many
him.
matches he started at the beginning of
season?
season?
He was instrumental. He played almost all the games, whether by substitute or by starting.
That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is that
they drop her for bench. You come in the last 30 minutes of the game, in the last 15 minutes of the game, do your work. See, you're not giving me.
He started the Champions League final.
After he has been on the bench for like 3 months straight. As a player, they bought it for club record signing. Definitely, you have to perform. Then 10 matches you're not performing, you're on the bench. They're not telling you.
Everybody has their own favorites. Whether it's working,
I'm not telling you that he should not be starting matches or he shouldn't be playing matches. But at least this player is not giving you what you want. As a coach, you bring him in the second half. You get just for confidence level, so he should be there in his confidence level. 75 minutes, you bring him in. 80 minutes, you bring him in.
It was clear
those small minutes. It was clear
for the better part of the season that Garnacho coming in 30 minutes to go, 20 minutes to go, was scoring goals that was saving Ten Hag, putting him performance.
Definitely, after some point, you start him. That's just the case. I'm not saying you start him. 70 minutes, you bring in your favorite player and let him play for his confidence not to drop. You get that's what we are asking. We're talking about the Manchester United side. I went too far. Godwin, you're wearing an Arsenal jersey. What happened to Pep?
Who is Pep?
Nicholas.
Pepe.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
It was record signing.
What record signing
wait,
at a certain
They
point
paid
in time?
Ateta bench him.
That's what did
Still throw and go down.
did Ateta buy him? I'm saying that when you see, for example, look at Havertz. When Havertz was brought to Arsenal, he was playing in that Shaka wings. He wasn't performing. He insisted till December. The only thing that happened that because they had an injury problem with Jesus, you have to move him forward. If not, he would have insisted on playing him the whole season. Will pass. See, whether I like it or not, everybody has his own favorite.
Even the coach that brought in Pepe, after he did not perform, the coach dropped him to the bench.
He was playing ahead of.
else.
No, he was playing actually. Even when Ateta came in, he was starting. It was just that Saka started picking from. He gave him a chance. He started picking. What I'm saying that everybody has his own favorite. If you have a favorite player you bring into your own club as a coach, you want that player to work. It's just common sense. Ateta wants Havertz to work in with that midfield, which didn't work. If by that injury, he would have been playing that and be insisting. Some coaches are like that. Pep is like that too. He brings the player and he insists on this player until he works.
Then make her bring Sabino, drop Doku for bed.
So if you look at this thing, but you will not blame him. But let's stay with the Liverpool and Manchester City game. If you look at that game, what do you think is wrong with Pep? Because after the game, Liverpool fans was taunting him that they are going stuck in the body. All of us know that nobody can sack Pep. Even if he loses like from now to the end of the season, they will not still sack him because what he has done for Manchester City, no club, no even manager can.
This is the second time a coach or a player would insult the Tottenham Hotspur fan with the trophies he's won. It was Jamie Vardy last, I think earlier this season, when they were chanting Leicester down, and he told them, "I have one Premier League title. The club as well does not have any." Now against Tottenham last before,
you did too.
Against Tottenham, Liverpool, Man City, Tottenham, when they lost to Tottenham Hotspur, they were singing you were getting sacked in the morning, and he told them, "I have 6 in 9 years. Your club does not have any for the 100 and how many years you've been in existence." Now against Liverpool, Liverpool fans went on to sing, and this was what I was avoiding when I said he should go to Liverpool with a performance. At least a draw would be good enough for Man City. And they went to Liverpool, and though Liverpool said they didn't have a Konate in defense, so we're expecting Liverpool to have at least a loose or perhaps a soft break in the wall, and perhaps Man City can exploit that position. But Joe Gomez did a good job in that position. But Liverpool and Man City, on the other hand, lacked a credible holding midfielder. Yes. Play Bernardo Silva in that position and play Rico Lewis up the flank. I was asking it begs the question of what's wrong with Savinho, Doku, Jagrish, and all of that. Why would you play Enrico Lewis? You keep playing this player off position. The only place he's been good at is as a right back and as an inverting right back, not even as a right back that goes forward. He inverts. He's like a Zinchenko that plays left back, but he turns
cuts into the DM
position. So he's like the other side of the Zinchenko. Zinchenko is doing it from the left. He can do it from the right. But Kai Walker could run onto the opposition half and cross the ball. These are two players with different style of play. Why would you play this guy as a winger? He's a defender. You're playing him as a winger. You've played him in all positions, and the only place he's excelled well is as a right back. And when he plays at right back, he plays as an inverted right back, which gives Rodri or perhaps any other midfielder in that position the room to move forward. But in this game now, you're playing him there, and I asked myself, are you trying to defend in the Liverpool's half?
It's crazy, man.
And at first the game kind of went easy on them, and in 12 minutes, slow motion Gakpo scored that goal, and it was all over for them because I know if Liverpool scored that goal, the next thing they'll be waiting for is a counter attack.
Yeah.
And that was what they did. They just played it and Amasti for all the safe reasons played into their hands. Liverpool scored the first goal. They went on to sit. I wouldn't call it a low block. It was a mid block where they closed out the midfield. That Liverpool City could play ball in that midfield and not get past the midfield.
Okay, John. Why do you think he's not starting De Bruyne?
For me, I don't know why. Pep knows best, and that's what I'm going to say. De Bruyne should have started. Somewhere like Doku should have started.
Doku just came back from injury, though.
He just came back from injury, but if you are going to utilize him in the 79th minute, you might as well have started him and taken him off in the second half, because we needed that attacking pressure down the wings to put some of these guys on check, and it wasn't there. So for me, like, I'm at a loss for why he did some of the decisions he did. For me, Nunez down the left, I would not have started him.
He keep playing Nunez from that left. I don't know
why.
Nunez
down the left, I don't understand the madness behind that. Nunez should have been played in center alongside Ikagundogan. And then you play Foden that left.
Bernardo Silva.
Bring Bernardo behind the striker and then put Doku on the right.
Coach, Coach
John.
John.
That's how I would have
And if you have
started
played
the
like
team.
that, Liverpool would have seen you coming from a mile away. You get Liverpool would have seen you coming from a mile away, and they would know how to stop you. They know how to stop you either way.
Last, they know how to stop you. Last, you may not have gotten a win,
but you get a
but
draw.
you would have gotten a draw
But
because
that
they would
your
have
lineup,
been too
you
fearful
concede,
to
that your
come
lineup,
forward.
that your lineup, you go and concede.
Why would I
20 goals.
concede when I have my two centre halves in
Your two
behind?
centre halves still concede.
I have my Diaz behind. I have my Akonji. Diaz is not 100%, but at least he's back. You know, and everybody knows the star man in that midfield, the DM, is not yet around. So it's open season for all the Premier League clubs right now. And this is why you don't leave yourself with only one option in a particular position. You always have to get in and understudy. He may not be at the same price ticket as the star man, but he's of the same quality and is in the midfield doing the job.
Kovacic is injured too, so I don't think Pep is actually facing injuries this season.
This guy, I think Nunes was from Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Yes.
And he was playing as a DM and as a CM.
So why is he utilizing him that way?
He can play left CM and CDM and DM and CM. It's a player that is also creative. Now he can play from the left and any other place if you profile the player very well. But I still feel like this is a team that could have needed at least the attacking powers in the side. Play a Bernardo Silva from the flanks, maybe from the right. Play a Foden from the left. Play a Gundogan behind the striker, and play a Nunes and somebody else.
Let's talk
in
about
midfield. You can even look. John Stones was available, and John Stones have been playing last season. I think John Stones was a defensive midfielder for him when everybody was injured. Why not do the same thing against Liverpool? Play John Stones in the DM position, alongside this guy, Nunes in midfield. Then Gundogan in that mix. Then in front, that's the middle.
That there was also on the bench. You could have played him alongside Ika in the midfield.
Now, if you play Guardiola in midfield, I would be scared about that because I'm not sure how his performance.
I think he was limited. I don't know why Ellison was on the bench. I don't know why Guardiola didn't start. I didn't know why Kevin Bryan didn't start, even though John Stones didn't make the match day squad. I don't know. Doku just came back from. I don't know how he was doing this. The way he started the game was just Luis playing as a right wing. I don't know why he did all that, but probably Pep is losing it. But let's see. But let's talk about Slot a little bit. He's now 9 points ahead of Arsenal and Chelsea, then 11 points ahead of Man City, which is very good for him. They sit pretty top on that table with 9 points clear of everybody. Now, he has been doing a good job. He didn't even buy any player. The player is bought. We not even add him as anything.
He bought two players.
He bought two.
One on loan.
He bought two. So don't say he didn't even buy any player.
Who be the player?
He didn't buy anything.
He bought
their names.
Mama Dashvili.
He's on loan.
And then he signed
He bought the player from on loan and leave him at his club. And you signed Chiesa, who is
was that deal concluded last summer or no?
He will come in.
Yes or no? Was it concluded last summer or not?
New signing in the Liverpool current squad.
Simple and short. That's all I'm saying. He signed two players.
You're asking about the players in the current Liverpool squad, and you see that nobody is new there except for the academy graduates that he's trying to implement.
Chiesa is not new.
Chiesa is not new.
Chiesa is still in the squad.
Chiesa is not new.
He's not the match. He's
not training with them.
He's in the hospital.
Wow.
Now, the only players he has in that side, the only new players he has in that side now are Conor Bradley, who didn't start against Man City, but he started the last game.
He's not a new player. He's been there.
He's an academy graduate. He wasn't used by. He wasn't for club. He played for club in two Carabao Cup matches.
He still
and Quensa, which are not these players that you call are players that played in the Carabao Cup matches.
It does not matter.
It doesn't mean they are still their players.
But like I said, no new players in the squad. Academy graduates coming in and playing regular time than when they were playing under their own club. Now this side has been there, but I still feel like the goalkeeper, Klopp has just done this man a solid favor because he should just go back and maybe this thing they say you want to visit your godfather, you go with a big bottle of wine and a gift basket. He should go this Christmas before the Boxing Day and visit your club with a big gift basket and a big bottle of wine and celebrate with your club because this man arranged the team. It's just that your club did something that nobody would have done as a coach. Change your whole midfield setup in one summer.
Okay, now let's see what is going to happen because Slot is pretty top. He stays top. His Liverpool team stay top with 9 points clear of everybody, and they're going to play this Wednesday. If they win again, then they will make that league wider for everybody. Okay, let's move on to our YouTube before we start taking calls. I know you are trying to call to tell us what you think. Okay, let's read some of our comments on our YouTube before we take some few calls. And Ude Chidozie is saying, did Haaland play yesterday? Okay, did Haaland play yesterday? I didn't see him. Okay, Samuel Johnson saying Pep should have left after the season he won the treble because he never has been in this position in his career. So I'm curious how he's going to turn this around. Udechi is also saying my prayer is that City should not pick form after Man U win. After Man U win them, they can pick from they will go and win Arsenal after that. Okay, Paul Rogers, welcome to the show. He say Manchester. He say Liverpool are making it look easy. Yes, and he's saying Paul Rogers is saying Haaland is still in Van Dijk's back pocket. Okay, Udechi Dozie say Manchester City didn't have the injury Ten Hag had, and they are playing like this. Imagine if they are having injuries they had City will not even make it first. Okay, made it with the Hag in the league. Okay, I don't understand that, but they say if they have the same injury that the Hag had, they won't even make it anywhere close to top 10 in the league. Okay, let's see what
Liverpool have same injuries and Liverpool are top of the table, so that doesn't
which
count.
injury
Look at Liverpool's injury list.
apart from Konate
Look at injuries. Look at
which player
Alisson is not available.
Wait now.
Okay,
Alisson,
You're not feeling it because Kelleher is performing. If Kelleher was dancing like Aribalaga, he would not be.
Okay, let's take few calls. Now before we talk about the La Liga, because Barcelona lost. They lost in the weekend and Real Madrid won. They are around 1 point with one game in hand.
And Juventus is still unbeaten.
Okay, let's take calls. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, bro.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
With Chuck, I rep Translate. Quickly, good things.
Okay.
So I won't talk about it. I did it on Saturday. They will take 1 point away from Anfield. That was my exact word on Saturday. I knew it. Nothing is going to attack them. That's what I told you. And now City don't have strength to play. This is not the City we know. I think they won't survive them. It was ended like 3-4. It was a Liverpool show. It was bad for them that Guardiola should have put Haaland away. At least played first nine. Put a close there. He has done it before. For them, I didn't know why he left him here then. But it's okay, no problem. In fact, let me talk about Man U more. You know, what I know about this man is doing now is that he wants to give everybody time and chance to play. So that when we put on for set, or when we keep on the bench, he will not win you. I think what he's doing. You know, I told you on Sunday, the experiment continues. Look at, I did not even expecting this kind of lineup. After somebody scored 2 goals at his last match, then you want to keep people on the bench to give another person a chance. And you tell me to know that when he tell you, bro, say, guy, I can't do this with you because you can't fit. I have tried it, but it didn't work. So that you have nothing against him. You just gently carry your bag, carry your kaya. Know that seriously, I tried, but I couldn't do this. You know, he said that he still continues, that in the future will stop. I listened to him after the match last night, that the thing will continue for a bit, but in the future it will stop. We now have a first 11. But for now, you want to give the good players time to play. He said that they're hacking in their room, that in the 3 matches, almost all of them have played first 11, and they discussed it in their room. So you know that you are not playing doesn't mean that it will not give you chance to perform.
Okay.
So the experiment continues. But the one thing I think from what he's doing is that this is the preseason. So this is preseason for him.
Yes.
But I'm happy the way he has managed this preseason. Understand?
All right.
True that.
All right.
So the preseason will continue till February.
Okay, let's see.
Then first 11
will not start picking up from February. So let's see how it goes.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please.
This is Large Heart Miller calling from Crossing.
Okay, what is your own contribution?
Congratulations to Man U. It was a very good win, and congratulations to Chelsea too.
Okay.
As an Arsenal fan, I don't know. I'm not happy. See, where was this Man City? They passed to this Arsenal.
I know Arsenal will be angry.
Now, Slot just came from nowhere
And it's
working for him already. Now, look at all the players he listed for Man City. Stones, De Bruyne. I didn't Pep is playing Mikel Arteta. None of them will be left in the bench. Why is this man like this? Look at Arsenal who have suffered for the past 2 seasons. Yet they couldn't lay their hands on the trophy. Now, Liverpool is about to do it. Conscious of the fact that Man City, their form is so abysmal. painful. I'm not happy. I can't wait to see Liverpool. I can't wait to see Liverpool fall very well, so that Arsenal can climb up. Congratulations to all the teams that won anyway.
All right. Thank you very much. I know I was waiting for this kind of call because Arsenal will say, where were this Man City 2 seasons ago? Just lose for one season. Let us just win this title now. Imagine. Now it's when they are dropping from 9 points behind it. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, gentlemen in the studio. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please.
No, so good morning.
Good morning, how you doing?
I know my brother. On your Vitaly Zigbochester Stafford Bridge, aka one diner there.
Okay, what is your own contribution?
My contribution is that Man U that they tried, but there's no debate yet because they go win everything where they I don't want to know 15 positions where they win. They debate. There's no debate yet. And Chelsea, I thought even when we were talking that people that will carry the cup, we were not mentioning Chelsea at all. But I want to tell you that Chelsea is coming up. Yes.
Is your coach?
The eyes where I take the Chelsea, not the eyes where you take the Siam.
Is your coach that said that they are not challenging, not us?
Is it?
Is your coach that
said that lift trophy now?
Now your coach talk am, no be us talk am.
Yeah, the man will be dicey. You cannot say that he just the trophy. He will be dicey. I would think bet for him and his mind. You know where he's going to. You know where he's heading to. I never see Liverpool win this title. Forget about what they win Man City. I'm telling you, Man City is totally down. They have collapsed automatically. Small time, they don't have about 7. So, but what I'm trying to tell you is that if you see Arsenal, see Chelsea that's coming up, you will see what will happen.
Okay.
Thank you very much. You go just reporting. I can go down there though. I can go down there. I can go down there. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. 0706 048 5853. Okay, maybe make one call before we move on to La Liga. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, guys in the studio.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please.
Good morning, especially John.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, uncle.
Good morning, bro.
Arsenal don't usually do training ahead of Man United.
Okay.
Yes, congratulations to my team Chelsea for winning Aston Villa. And that position the carry Arsenal put second, I did not like it because I don't know what the reason because all the statistics are the same.
Arsenal is alphabetical order now.
Alphabetical which order? No problem. From Man City, Pedrola, if you don't want to run from that Man City, you should just continue staying there. Now, time for us to still beat them at the game or draw. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's move out to the La Liga and give you some results on La Liga and a little bit things that happened in the Serie A because the game for Inter Milan and Fiorentina was suspended. One of the players for Fiorentina collapsed on the field, so that game was suspended. But let's go to the La Liga first and give you the results there. And let's talk about just 3 teams that Barcelona lost at home to Las Palmas. It was a surprising loss for everybody. Everybody was thinking, what is happening? They are just suddenly after winning Real Madrid.
This is the real Barcelona.
It's not real Barcelona.
The real Barcelona stand up.
No.
You see, when coach come new, they beat everybody 6-0, 5-0, hype Conde.
It's not about the hype. See, you just have something against Barcelona, and it's clear for
let
everybody.
me go buy the
And
jersey.
it's even who that shit. The wine.
I go buy. You know where I go Spain. I go Spain.
So for me, the bottom line in this conversation now is that in La Liga, you don't know who to expect or who to prepare for. You don't know who your scalp is their Premier League title or La Liga title for the season. So it's to be expected. And after this result, Barcelona will obviously bounce back.
2 back-to-back losses.
Okay,
Yes.
let's talk about Real Madrid. So Real Madrid won that game. Mbappe scoring the second game. Wonderful goal from Mbappe. After Jude scored the penalty, I think the penalty Mbappe just left the penalty. Jude go take him. I don't want troubles again.
After the backlash he took after the last penalty he lost, you would know that this guy will not be going anywhere close to any penalties in the nearest future for the next maybe foreseeable future.
I don't think that's good for
after
him.
After the matter dies down, he will go back to taking his penalties. You get this one. He definitely is a team effort. The penalty was a team effort. It wasn't a solo effort. So, Jude Bellingham, please take the penalty. Let me. Just last week, I've not recovered yet. The media is still on me. Let me recover from that. Then, after that, we'll continue. And I think Jude Bellingham taking that penalty was spot on. Getting on the goals, getting the win. against Getafe was just what Real Madrid needed. 1 point behind the champions
with the game in hand.
Leaders, with the game in hand. It should tell you that this is Real Madrid. Everybody was waiting to wake up, and they're back to the games.
Okay, let's see.
I love how you're quick to say they are back to the game. That's
They
fine.
are back. That's why they are back to the game.
I don't know winning matches.
Disagree.
I don't know winning
We
matches.
shall still see.
Don't worry. The second leg, even if Barca beats them home and away, 4-0, 4-0. You know, that same week they lost to Barcelona 4-0. Their female team lost to Barcelona 4-0.
Yeah.
You get. Now look at the table in both leagues.
Okay, let's see what happens. Let's go. One that their own game 5-0. So the
cost the coach his job.
The league is getting tight in the La Liga. Okay, let's move on to Serie A a little bit. If we give you results in Serie A, Milan won that game 3-0, and Napoli won 1 goal away from Torino, and our draw masters, Juventus drew again. Now they are unbeaten.
Unbeaten Juventus, don't be calling them Juventus.
But
Juventus United.
Unbeaten, but they are not even nowhere near the top 3. How can you be unbeaten and you are drawing almost all your games? You are drawing. I don't know what is happening there.
They chop draw soup.
Then that game ended 1-1. Then Fiorentina and Inter Milan was suspended because a player, Fiorentina, collapsed in the field. So let's our prayers with him. He's in the hospital now. Eduardo collapsed he collapsed in the field, so he was taken to the hospital. We are now still checking. We are still waiting on news about his state, about his health state. But they are saying that he's stable now. But we're going to get an official statement about him. So good luck to him. I hope that he gets healed. It's a sad thing when you see a player collapse in the field. Let's hope that he will be all right. Okay, let's give you the result of the Npfl that happened in the weekend. And remember, Rangers and Enyimba, they are playing. Their game was moved tomorrow. Though they are going to play tomorrow at the Enyimba Stadium tomorrow. But other results in the Npfl is Bendel Insurance 2, Plateau United 1, Lobby Star 1, Kwara United 0, Economy 0, Bayelsa 0, Katsina United 1, Sunshine Stars 0, Rivers United winning Kano Pillars 1 goal to new. Good result for Rivers United. Ikorodu City 4, Upper United 1, Niger Tornadoes 2, Remo Star 1, Atlant 3, Nasarawa United 2, Shooting Stars 2, Abia Warriors 2. The Enyimba and Rangers International are playing tomorrow, and that game is going to happen in Aba. So let's see what happens in that game. With this result, Rivers United stay first with 29 points, and Rangers International have 3 points, 23 points after 14 games. They have a game against that Enyimba. So let's see what happens on that game tomorrow. Okay, this is how we are going to end in today's show. Thank you for all your calls. Thank you for tomorrow. You can still call us and tell us your own contribution. I'm still having calls. Okay, we have one more comment here on our YouTube. David, welcome to the show. He said, good morning, guys. Once again, we are here to greet you all and everybody hearing and watching you guys, and also wish everyone a happy new month. Yes, happy new month to everyone. And Christmas is here. I'm going to be wearing my Santa hat throughout this Christmas period. Once it's 20th, I'm putting on my hat. So it's going to be a football month, especially in the EPL, back-to-back games everywhere. We will have a whole lot of games throughout this festive period. We are going to be here with you as you are eating fried rice at home. We'll be here talking sports, and you'll be there listening to us. Thank you for joining us on today's show. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. My name is Godwin, and have a wonderful day.
Hello, Enugu, and welcome to Volt 104.3 FM, where music meets the voltage. Take a break and enjoy the show.